back into the Happy Place Garden. I'm Melinda, and today I am truly grateful to be out in my yard, being able to work. We've had about 5 days of rain, and I have today off, which it's sunny, and so I get to come out into my yard and do some gardening, which I'm really excited about. So I thought today we would work on trimming up what I affectionately call my poodle pines, which they're actually a false cypress. And I have had them for, gosh, probably 11 or 12 years now. It was a gift that my mom got as another housewarming. She knows I love gardening things. And they've been in pots in front of our garage for all this time. Here is my poodle pine, or my false cypress. But I love the beautiful blue color that it has, and it is soft, so it's not as prickly as some of my other juniper topiaries, so I love that. It does, as you see here, it gets some winter burn. You get these brown needles, and some years I've been able to get in here and really clean them out. They'll get dry and break off easily, and I can clean them up better. This year they're a little too soft. We didn't get enough cold weather to really dry them out, so I will clean out some of them, but I'm not worried about it. I'll leave most of it probably, and then as they dry out I will get some more out. For my boxwoods, I usually prune using these shears, which are an ASR KR 1000, which is a really great Japanese pruner. And it's got the long handles so you can reach across. So they work well for that, and they're nice and lightweight. But I bought myself a new tool. I just got them, so this will be my first time using them. Get them open here and show you. So I thought I would give them a try. They're a beautiful Japanese tool as well. You know, the Japanese have been making steel swords for thousands of years, and so they have amazing technology as far as making metal blades, I guess you would say. And these are lightweight too. They're shorter handle, so I thought they would be better for, you know, smaller pruning jobs like this. The goal is to mostly debunk the poodle pine here, the false cypress, and you do want to stay where there's still some green or blue color in this case. You don't want to cut all the way into the dead wood. You want to leave some of those growth areas. But I'm going to debulk it, reshape the palms, and I just lost my drop cloth. I'll have to go get that. Just a sec. So just when you think you have a nice, beautiful day to work outside, the wind kicks up. But we'll make do. So I'm going to take my shears and start pruning. You want to stay at about a 45-degree angle to keep that round shape. And like I said, don't want to cut into the brown. Want to stay in where it's green. And if you start at the top, then you know the pieces will fall down to the drop cloth. And I did put down a drop cloth to make cleanup a little bit easier. I don't know how well that's going to work today, being that it's super windy, but we'll see how it goes. So far, loving these Okatsune. They're nice and light. And I can tell you that, you know, I've had other pruners that were less expensive. You know, still a good brand, like the Fisker. But I have found through the years that if you invest in a better gardening tool, that it makes your life so much easier. It works faster, you know, not harder, works smarter. And I pruned the other one the other day using my other shears before I got these, and they're also a great shear, and it made it so fast. I think it only took like 15 minutes, if that. So, and so far this is working so much faster than I have in years past. But you do want to take small cuts, not too big. You can always take off more. You can't put it back, as I always say with pruning. But you keep at kind of that 45-degree angle, working your way around. And for that rounded shape, you want to come underneath, work your way up, and just keep working your way around. And then same, on these lower pom-poms. Do the same. Just keep at that 45-degree angle it here. You may need to take out some extra branches to give some space through here. Sometimes it's crowded and then you can't see the different pom-poms. So keep that in mind as you're pruning. Want to stand back and take a look when you're pruning your topiaries to look for symmetry. And when I was doing this, I noticed there's a lot of weight on this side, and I'm going to debulk that a little bit and get this branch. And before you cut, it's really a good idea to move it down and out of the way and try to step back as much as you can and see if you like the way that looks with the shape, and then prune that stem out. And then there's one there. Actually, there's a little big one there. I'm gonna take that out. Need those gloves, I guess. And a couple of smaller ones here. And that just opens up the canopy a little bit, allows some more air in, debulks it. Don't want to remove that one, because that's necessary for the shape. That one. There's a dead branch there. There. Go in and remove a few dead branches and try to get as much of the brown out as I can. It's really wet today though. Remove that one too. And then step back and see how the shape is looking. I need to round it out here after I've cut out those few branches, and you just keep going until you're happy with how it looks. I'm happy with it. It's not perfect. I am not a perfectionist, but I think for today and the time that I have to work on it, I'm good with it. So it's still in the brown spots are still pretty wet, so I wasn't able to get as much out as I would like. I would have to go in and like physically pull everything out. So I'm going to let it dry out a little bit more, and hopefully those needles will die off some more, and I'll just come in and rough it up with my gloves and get more of that out. I did debulk it a little bit with some pruners. I went in and cut out some definite dead branches. And hold on, I want to make sure this isn't a caterpillar. I think it was a bird poop. Okay. So, and juncos like to nest in these. So I like to get these pruned earlier in the season, because if they do nest, then I have to wait until the babies are done. So I wanted to get a jump on this. But like I said, there's still a lot more brown, but as it dries out, I'll be able to get in there and get some more out as it dries out. So still a little bit more work to do on it, but for today, I'm happy with it. So I wanted to mention, because these are new pruners or shears, if you can see that, how discolored they get. They get the sap or resin or what have you from the evergreen. So make sure you clean those off. I will clean those off with alcohol and then retreat with some 3-in-1 oil, or oil specifically sold with these. And a word of caution when you're cleaning your Japanese shears, please wear gloves and be really careful along the blade. It is razor sharp, and if you run your finger just even at, you know, parallel to them, you will slice your fingers. I did that last year on my other shears, so be really careful. But they worked great, cleaned up great, super happy with them. Here is the final product. And I put a little fertilizer on the top surface here, some organic, MacGregor Performance Organic on top. And usually I will top dress with some mushroom compost, and I usually in the summertime I'll put some impatiens or begonias in there. I like putting impatiens in here because they will wilt when they don't have enough water, and that reminds me to water these plants because I don't have them on drip. So thank you so much for watching today and joining me in the Happy Place Garden, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Happy gardening.